Here's a complete walking tour from 3 days and Tres Noches of the Marriott Resort and Stellaris Casino in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And if you're new to our channel, we're not a travel vlog or a travel agency, so we're not trying to sell you anything. We're just bringing you real, honest reviews and creating videos that we wanted to see when we were going to these destinations. Be sure to watch the complete review that we did on this resort, where I give you very detailed information, everything you need to know before booking this resort. In this video, I'm going to highlight some of those points, and I'm going to give you an overview of the layout of this resort so you can really get a feel for the size and where everything is. So this resort is only 10 or 15 minutes from the airport, so it's really close, which we loved. We decided not to rent a car because we knew we were going to be spending a lot of time in Old San Juan, which is really, really hard to park. So getting an Uber or a taxi was so easy, so convenient. It was around $22 one way from the airport. And then anytime we wanted to go into Old San Juan, it was around the same cost one way. And if you wanted to rent a car for the day, like if you wanted to explore the island a little bit, there's a few car rental places right down the street. So keep watching the video because we're going to show you not only the layout, but also a little bit outside and the surrounding area. The resort is very compact and very, very easy to navigate, which I absolutely loved. And in the lobby, they basically have everything that you need. They have a little market, they have a gift shop, they also have a lobby bar. Just keep in mind you are at a resort, so everything is going to be overpriced. They also have a few restaurants on site as well, but again, we ate almost every meal off site because the options were better, the food was better, and the prices were just better. After walking you through the resort a little bit, I'm actually going to take you outside. I will show you some restaurants and things across the street. There's actually a CVS and a Walgreens nearby as well, so that you don't have to do everything and eat always in the resort. So this is the Marriott Bonvoy area, and if you're a member, you do get a special check-in. The check-in process was flawless, and the service was really, really good the entire time we were at this resort. And they even have here some little beverages and snacks and things if you do have to wait for a room. Thankfully, we did not have to wait for our room at all. And becoming a Bonvoy member, I think it's as easy as signing up. I don't even think that you have to have a certain amount of points or anything like that. But even if you wanted just to take advantage of the Bonvoy Lounge, it was a great area to sit if you had to work. Again, they had the refreshments and coffee, and they also had these amazing views. Again, one thing I loved about the resort was that everything was really close together, so it was easy to walk and to get to everything very, very quickly. Now, this resort is known for business conferences and meetings, so sometimes you're going to come up against that. I think we saw one group that was there, maybe a small group, but they do use the separate rooms and ballrooms for a lot of conventions and those types of events. They also have a casino on site, which I always forget to talk about because I never go to the casino and I'm not a gambler. But up here in the left, they do have a casino. They would not let us film in there, but I understand that it is a big attraction as well for this resort. So now let's go up the elevator and I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our room, which was on the top floor. So this resort has 20 floors and our room was on the 20th floor. In my full review of this resort, I do a much more detailed walkthrough of the rooms. But the room is a very typical Marriott room that you would expect, a hotel room. There was really nothing special about it, and even a little bit outdated. So we paid the base price for this room, which is an oceanfront room, so it was really at the top of the tier, was $460, I think. One night was $560 and the other night was $460. But after taxes and fees, it was about $700 a night, which I don't even know the last time I've ever paid that much. I don't even have paid that at an all-inclusive resort. So it was a lot more expensive, and obviously nothing's included, and it was a little outdated. So I was a little disappointed in the room. Again, go watch the whole review, but here is a good walkthrough of what the room that we had. So one of the biggest tips I can give you is go to the CVS that is right next door and stock up on waters and drinks. And if you're with your kids, maybe cereal and milk and things like that, since they do have a refrigerator in the room. So that was really one nice thing. They do not have a microwave, but at least they have a refrigerator. So the view really was amazing, but again, we were all the way up on the 20th floor. So if you are someone that is afraid of heights, definitely not the room for you. One thing that was great about the room though is really, really quiet. So this is a family resort, and I can imagine that there are kids running around, so there was no one on top of us. So I really did love the fact that it was a quiet room. Let's go down to the pool and the beach, which is all the way down on the ground floor. So you take the elevator to the ground. And this is one thing I thought was really cool. I've never seen it at a resort before, but you use your key card to get your towels. So you have an unlimited amount of towels, which is one thing I do love at a resort, that you don't have to trade in your key card, or you only get a certain number of towels. So that was definitely a plus. I've gotten a ton of questions about what I'm wearing and what I'm using in my videos. So for instance, this cover up and beach bag, people want to know where I got it. So what I did was I compiled a list of all the things I wear and use, and I put them in the description below for you. Honestly, I didn't spend too much time at the pool because I'm not really a pool person. I am a beach person, but it seemed like there were plenty of chairs to go around, which I know can be an issue at some resort. In some of the reviews I read on TripAdvisor, people had complained about the size of the pool, but I thought They were good sizes in relation to the resort. In fact, there's two pools. Just note there is not an adult only pool. So this is a family resort. So it's mostly children, I would say, and families at the pool and at the resort. They do have poolside service, and they also have a swim-up bar and a pool bar here on the lower pool. If you have younger kids, they're going to love the little water slide that's also on the lower pool as well. Now, another complaint that people always complaining was that the pools were in the shade the whole time. So yes, it did seem like the pools got a lot of shade, but as a mom, I actually wouldn't mind that because you don't have to worry about sunburn as much. But if you're someone who really likes to sit out in the sun at the pool, that's something that some people had mentioned. And for me to get sun, I had to go all the way over to the other side of the pool, which of course didn't bother me. We actually only had one meal the entire time we were there at the resort because I knew going into it that everything was overpriced, the quality was not that great, but those views, you just can't beat them. So now let's go to the beach. The beach is right next to the pool. You just go down the stairs and the pool is right there. And with that resort fee that you pay, you do get the chairs and the umbrellas. So I will say that at least those are included with the resort fee, and there's plenty to go around. And they do have great staff that will set up the umbrellas and chairs and everything for you. There sometimes is a line in the morning, so around 10 o'clock when everyone's trying to go to the beach, there's only so many guys who can set up the chairs. So that's something we actually ended up one time just taking our own chairs out because they were so backed up. But the guys are great. Don't forget to tip them. And there really is plenty of chairs and plenty of beautiful spots to be found. The resort is in the middle of San Juan, so the beach is lined with lots of different resorts and buildings, but it is very walkable, and I found it to be very safe, at least during the day. In fact, the Marriott had multiple security people, which always is the reason that I usually choose resorts that have big names like Marriott or Hilton when I'm going someplace like this, because I know that the security is going to be there. And just a note about this area, which is Condado Beach, it's known for its rip currents, and it's considered one of the deadliest beaches, I think, in the world, to be honest. In fact, there was a death, sadly, of a 12-year-old child at a different resort that was very close. So I would never feel comfortable vacationing here with my kids because of that. I'm a super strong swimmer, and I did go out into the ocean a little bit, but really only up into my waist, knowing that that was a danger in this area of Puerto Rico. Just one last note about the beach is that they do have beachside service as well. So they'll have waiters or waitresses come around and they'll take orders for drinks or food or whatever you want. And so you can get beachside service, which is great when you're vacationing. So now let's go back up towards the lobby, and I'm going to take you outside and just show you what's right outside the resort so you can see what the surrounding area looks like as While this resort had some flaws, just like all resorts, make sure you watch my complete review I did in this resort. One thing I loved about it was the location, because right outside there were great restaurants and even the CVS and Walgreens, which I had noted earlier. So right next door, if you just go to the CVS, since they have a refrigerator in the room, you could stock up on waters. They even sell liquor there. You could get snacks, even cereal or things like that for breakfast in the morning. We actually ate most of our meals across the street. There was this great restaurant. It was 3 concepts in one, as you can see here. But you could order off any of the menus, and I just love the rooftop views. And then we ate in Old San Juan. So we felt very safe every time that we walked outside of the resort. Again, this is usually why I choose something like a Marriott, because I know that they're going to have really good security. But even on the streets, it was very safe. We didn't go too far. We just went across the street and down to CVS. But I did love that aspect that you could walk around a little bit. We actually spent most of our time in Old San Juan. We were going to this resort so that we could experience the restaurants and things to do in Old San Juan. So definitely watch the video again so you can see all the different things that we do. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on things to do in San Juan and Old San Juan and places to eat. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please like and subscribe and follow us on 3 days in Tres Noches, where we keep taking you on fun, exciting adventures that you can have in a really short amount of time. You don't need a whole week to have an amazing vacation.